Ahoj, ahoj. Vítejte u druhého streamu Guardians of the Galaxy. Jak vidíte, jsme na ledové planetě a snažíme se najít legendární příšeru, která tady sídlí. Měl by to být drak, tak uvidíme. Asi se necháme vzvednout sem nahoru a uvidíme, jak to půjde. Groot nám v tom pomůže. Vyzkoušíme to a... Jo, jelikož Rocket tohle se taky říká, tak je to nejspíš ten správný postup, to, co musíme udělat. Třeba tam? A... Jo, prostě přeskočíme tam. Jenom jsem si říkal, jestli to dává smysl, že to jakoby nebylo přístupný. A ne, nebylo, nebo aspoň tak vypadá. Cože? Jak to Rocket myslel? To je tohle? Budeme mít nějaký čtivo. Mackenzie. A nějaká příšera. A prokletí. Vypustili to přímo do vesmíru. Po staletí. Otravovalo to. Tuhle oblast. Pojídalo to lidi. Rozšiřovalo mor. Zkoušeli to zabít několikrát a vypadá to, že to fakt nezabíralo. Mluví o Wendigu. A sakra, že to přijde zpátky, to znamená, že můžeme očekávat, že to přijde znovu zpátky. Když tě kousnu, tak se staneš taky Wendigem. A ty můžou být zabitý a ostatní ne, aha. Takže 5 členů týmu, to jsme asi pozabili už víc těch Wendig. Novej domov pro tu potvoru. To je tak, jak to dostali, prostě to naložili na loď a poslali to sem. Tak to jo. Tak je to vysvětlený, dává smysl. Stálo se to přečíst. Dobrý, pokud budeme chtít něco updatenout, tak se tohle sto. Takže ho potřebujeme. Už to vidím. Potřebujeme dostat ostatní nahoru. Jasně. Použijeme novou schopnost zbraně. Já jsem... sakra. Neprošel nejspíš všechno, co tady je, tak si jen chci podívat, jestli jsem něco mysnul. Pro souboj, co mohl použít? Groot. Nevypadá to. To Draxovi nevysvětlíš. O co, že se ho pokusí zabít? To bude spíš problém, jestli by to Draxovi vyšlo. To bychom asi nechtěli. Tak jo. Hej. Moje tryska nefunguje, jak to? Konečně. Nevím, jestli to bylo hrát novým gamepadem. To by bylo zajímavé.
We don't know the source
Pokud
of
by to
that
bylo s
smoke.
fumem,
More hostiles.
tak jak to
Maybe it's
navrhoval
just
Pete.
a nice warm fire and some cigar and spirits.
Ooh, maybe it's a barbecue.
What's barbecue?
Neznají barbecue.
You guys have never had barbecue? Charbroiled burgers, grilled steaks, baby back ribs?
Why would you consume the ribs of an infant?
Told you Terrans were barbaric.
No, it's not. Trust me. You guys have got to try it.
Whatever it is, it smells.
Bodies. It smells of bodies.
Sakra.
Jeez. Was all this foom?
Undoubtedly.
Nebo Wendigo. Co když tady žádný fum ani není, co když je tady jenom Wendigo? Ale vlastně my jsme viděli jakoby něco, co vypadalo jako, že nad náma přelítá. Možná to byly jenom ty trosky, co padaly. Těžko říct. Co se tak vybavuju, tak některé přelety byly definitivně trosky.
Who goes there?
No head. She has no head.
I believe that repulsive tentacle orb is her head.
And I can hear you with it.
Are you the only survivor?
Clearly not. Who are you, meat sacks?
We're here for foom.
Forget what I said. Yeah, I'm the only survivor. Or will be.
I take it you know where we can find him?
Sure, digesting my men back at his roost. Big Eye's obelisk sticking out of the Caldera's frozen sea.
Don't worry.
foom
we'll take
existuje.
care of foom.
Sure you will, Terran. Just don't come running back here when he chases you. I've still got some things to pack up.
Zajímavá. Zajímavá hlava. 100%.
Sorry about your men.
Dead men collect no paychecks. Speaking of, aren't you the Mad Titan's daughter?
Ta se vyznáte, jo.
Relax, I'm not looking for trouble. There was a time I'd have taken you in for the bounty.
There
Aha,
was a time I'd have killed you for
plavec
trying.
odměnu.
Yeah, seems we've both got bigger problems right now.
Seems like.
Are you gonna be okay?
I don't need your pity, Terran. I'll head back to Contraxia and lick my wounds.
Ooh, hey, you may not want to do that. Contraxia isn't exactly safe right now.
When is it ever?
Seriously, maybe you should just come with us.
I've been embarrassed enough today without taking help from a stranger. I can look after myself.
To bylo pravdy.
If you hear people talking about a promise with a matriarch,
Nevím, jestli se o sobě může
steer
postarat.
clear.
I'll keep that in mind.
Dobrý. A stejně bude konvertovaná. Nepochybně. Tak jo.
Any advice on taking down Foom?
Yeah, don't try.
That bad?
To je dobrá odpověď. Neskušejte to ani.
Great. He has armor.
You better have some serious firepower if you're gonna take on the king of the ice planet.
Tak jo, kudy půjdem? Tudy má. Rocket? Můžeme se zkusit něco postavit.
No? Well, thank you.
May as well put it
Rocket.
to good use, right?
Techláně, můžeme něco koupit? Můžeme. Tak budeme skenovat nepřátelé. Co dál?
One shiny upgrade, nice and crafted. One fine
Najdeme víc
tech
komponent a to
upgrade,
bude
hot
asi
and
všechno.
fresh. Here's hoping we do better against Foom than this lot.
Tak jak to funguje? Tak, OK, 15 metrů. Co to nebude otravný? A scan. Dobrý, aspoň, že to trošku zpomalí čas. Třeba se to bude hodit proti Fumovi. Ten obelisk vypadá úplně suprově. Tak co myslíš, Grute?
Big ice thingy on the frozen sea, eh?
I agree to.
You said it, buddy. Sure is a long way down.
je to, kde je Fum? No každopádně by to vypadalo dobře, když by tam byl. Co si myslí Drax? Někoho, koho si znal?
Another hunt marker?
This one is unclaimed. No doubt it belonged to one of these corpses.
Guess they never got the chance to plan it.
I've appropriated it for our own use, to herald our bravery this day. Shall mark our ultimate conquest, or our glorious defeat.
Foom may be bad news, but he's nothing compared to the fight that comes next.
And it shall mark our penultimate conquest.
One conquest at a time.
Jeden souboj, další souboj. Každopádně pojďme za Fumem. Už bychom se mohli blížit.
Let's catch us a dragon.
Yes, we grow ever closer to our great destiny.
You're awful chipper, considering Foom obliterated that camp like it was nothing.
We are not nothing.
I'm with
Přesně
Drax.
tak.
No mountain too high, no valley too low.
Literally. In the case of this place.
A hlavně taky písnička z filmu, pokud se nepletu. Nebo slova písničky. Jedem. Kdo tam bude první? Já asi ne. To je způsob, jak se dostat rychle dolů. Oh! Dobrý.
Well, that takes care of the getting down part.
About how we're gonna get back up. Or how we're gonna get Foom up there.
Look on the bright side.
Nějaká hodně
Back on
šílená je
Earth,
nápad.
people would use dog sleds. A whole line of huskies pulling a sled across the ice.
Don't expect me to be the dog.
I was actually thinking of the Wendigo, and Foom is the sled. Ooh, I didn't think it could get any colder.
You know, it's days like these I'm glad I installed seat warmers in the Milano.
Up
To se
ahead,
hodí.
There's the ice obelisk.
This must be it, the frozen sea.
This is the perfect spot. Here we will challenge the great beast. Fin Fang Foom, come and face your death.
What are you doing? We can't get the drop on him if he knows we're here.
Also, we're not killing him, remember?
Shout with me. Here we demonstrate our mettle.
A
Fin Fang Foom!
OK, Gamora do toho jde taky.
Nope, not his end.
Your quill. Go!
Fin Fang Foom, it's nap time!
Rocket.
Pojď si spát,
Your turn.
Fin Fang
Say
Fume.
my real name.
Rocket!
Fin Fang Foom! We're gonna decomboggle your flunking scut spigots! You hear me?
He hears you.
You scaly, overgrown Gordle splode! You fessed lump of Satarkian shrub meat! You don't scare us!
It feels good, does it not?
Yeah! Yeah! It actually does!
Now we disrobe.
Cože?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Máme se slíknout? Ne, Gamora nesouhlasí. Ale tak Drax mohl, že jo. Ten by já to úplně kašlal, že jo.
Yourself, Fin Fang.
Co si ona myslí?
You face your final moments.
Not final. Capture just through here. Be ready for anything.
That is technically impossible.
Tak jdem. Tak jde opravdu, už to bude souboj. Jdeme do arény Fin Fang Fuma. No, prostoru je tady spousta, takže asi. Co jo?
So, where is he?
Maybe we spooked him.
Impossible. Foom was born without fear.
You don't know that.
In the cold heart of a dying star.
Dying stars ain't cold.
This one was.
Think his lair's behind that?
Let's find out.
Ty kosti jsou hodně obrovský. Až by byl pot? Ne. Jo. Jak tohle máš zajmout? Tohle je novej krunýř. Co takhle si popovídat, Fume? A vypadá to, že budeme muset bojovat.
How are we supposed to capture that?
By beating him into submission.
We're gonna have to get through that ice armor first!
Armor. Takže ta zbroj.
Prepare yourself.
Takže na to se budeme soustředit. Všichni do toho.
Purple shorts!
Not so invincible after all. Yeah, let's dump the other piece. Let's bring
To se hodí, že máme tuhle tu zbraň. Akorát bude normální třeba něco dělat.
who wouldn't want
Na
a
to.
giant dragon?
Pokračujeme.
He's friggin' huge! Indeed! This is even better than I thought! That's two! For the Bane of Ice, Peter Quill!
Oh,
See? Bane of Ice isn't such a bad nickname!
dobrý. Skoro jsme ho obnažili.
His opinion does not appear to have improved.
Cože? Jsem byl na krajíčku tam.
Nice, Boom! Easy, Boom!
Uh,
Nothing nice or easy about him! Been too long since I blew something up!
co teď? Všichni, do něj.
Not so hot now, are you, Boom? Or I guess not so cold. Bring it, you overgrown lizard!
Looks like he just did!
Sakra. To byl dobrý útok.
That was too close!
Good thinking. Muscle, get through the hand. He thinks you two can refund that rock right into Boom's face.
Cože? Chceme nahoru? Ne!
Is he talking to us or Boom?
Cože? Kam mám jako utíct poproti tomu?
Hope this makes us square with Hellbender.
He's coming down hard!
Ne! To jsem neměl jít. Teď už tady ale nemám tu
Feel free to give up, Boom.
tu možnost tam prolíst. Každopádně zvedneme roketa.
Looks like you need a little help. Rocket, do your thing.
Suppose we had so fool as I originally suggested.
Don't rub it in. He's trying to eat us.
A okej. Nechodě blízko. Rozumím.
Light sector 9!
Hellbender's got all the minions you can eat.
Do hlavy? Bude to lepší? No tak šimra.
Do not get eaten, Peter Quill.
Hold up, Rocket.
Tak co?
Don't get your brain burned.
To už ten armor nemá?
I can smell his breath already.
Aspoň to nevypadá špatně. Fakt to je jenom šimra.
I'm getting cold. I'm sure Boom will be happy to warm you up.
Konečně.
Feel free to give up, Boom.
You'll love Lady Hellbender! Promise!
Jak dlouho to vydrží, ale. No a přestaň používat ten útok, Fume, prosím. Sakra. Jak se s tím má? Aha, ok. Tak jdeme na normální útoky. Prokejte. A to je asi nezvednu, když tak budou na mě útočit. Jo.
Suppose we had sold Flume as I originally suggested.
Okay, Drax, you get to pick our get back out there.
Ha! His own might will be his undoing.
Když se mi podaří nabít hadl.
Want to see some fireworks? His range rains down. Move away, Rocket.
Jako je jasný, že mám použít ten kus skály, co se mi jako hodí, ale že by to bylo nějak jednoduchý úplně.
Feel free to give up, Boom. Yeah, play nice and we'll go easy on ya.
Come on, Boom! You'll like sunshine!
He'd have gotten along with that giant squid if we hadn't fetched. Well, Groot says he owes you one.
Sakra.
Swear with Hellbender. We wouldn't want a giant red dragon.
Ztratil jsem právě hadl? Už tam není žádný vítr teďko. Co s tím?
Boom figures it out.
Dobrý, tak co s tím? Takže sakra, já jsem myslel, že musím vyšplat na to.
Beast grows frantic. Our victory is at hand.
Co můžu udělat? Jděte do něj všichni.
No, must not.
Takže já musím střelit jakoby do něj, já myslím, že musím udělat něco s tímto skálou. OK, tak to je jednodušší.
Cracking, you big baby. Suppose we had sold Flume as I originally
A Groot to použije jako projektil.
Find your footing, Peter Quill.
Don't fall underfoot!
Ha! Look at him struggle.
Když jsme na půlce, to je dobrý.
Come on, Boom! You'll like sunshine!
He'd have gotten along with that giant squid if we hadn't cut it in half. Destroy. Take care not to burn.
Ale prosím tě, další projektil.
He's coming down hard! Quick, while he's stuck in the ice!
Docela jsem rád, že tohle není Dark Souls.
Feel free to give up.
Takovouhle taktikou by to jako neprošlo.
Off, Lady Hellbender! Promise!
Já si myslím, že si ji oblíbí taky. A Lady Hellbender. Přesně jak Gamora říká.
Can't believe we're fighting a dragon.
Believe it and shoot it. We definitely got his attention.
What's wrong, Boom? Feeling exposed?
OK. To nás dostal. Prosím, Fume, dej nám projektil, ať to můžeme použít zase trochu se posunout. Že by? Dobře.
Hope this makes us square with Hellbender.
It's better!
Are we even making a dent? Rashn's not dead.
Making him matter! So that's progress!
Dobrý, teď. OK. Super.
Let's hurry this up. I'm getting cold.
You weren't cold already?
Guys,
A ne! Jsem nechtěl hadl. Tak jak to jde?
celebrate this moment, my friends. Victory
bravery shall soon
Aspoň
be
mít dobrou
ours.
muziku.
They shall carve our name in the history books, Peter Quill, and it will not be spelled incorrectly.
Celebrate.
Look,
Pojďme
I
slavit.
know we want to celebrate because we're maybe 2 steps away from winning this fight. But if we start dancing before we actually win, these scutholes will send us to our graves. So let's keep our focus and show these losers exactly how we rock. Who's with me?
Wise words, Peter Quill.
Tak jo. Všichni na fum.
Make them hurt, Gamora! Stop them, Rocket!
Do not hold back now.
Eat plasma, you overgrown
Do něj, všichni do něj.
The beast grows desperate.
and pissed.
And he's bound to get sloppy.
I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
It is a truly momentous
A sakra. Nevyšlo to. Skoro.
Definitely got his attention.
It is not his attention I crave.
Cože? Ne, to je vlastně ten příslušný útok.
Looks like he's gonna make it easy on us.
Beast is most dangerous when man is most desperate. We must not fail.
Takže by bylo dobře vidět, kam to všude bude dopadat. Dostali jsme ho. Hello, Fume.
Yes! We stand triumphant. Foom has fallen.
Cože? Ona přišla za náma.
Hold on! No, wait, no! No! Lady Helmet! Dragstar! Guys! Wait, guys, no!
Jak věděl, že tady budem. Prostě nás našlo.
Hellbender, we want to...
Nobody escapes my wrath, floorboard.
Ah.
Queen of Seknarf 9, you said you'd hear him out. Promise.
Ona za to může.
Speak. I hope this is the one where you make a good speech.
Tak schválně, jak to půjde.
We screwed up. We conned you. Robbed you. Killed your... baby.
To ví. Něco novýho.
Can't take back what we've done. But we want to make it right.
Quill.
You murdered the Dragon Lord of Kakarot.
Ne, nezabili jsme ho. Trošku léčiva od Gruta. Neměl by tohle být trošku problém?
This isn't new.
has finally brought the two of us together. Lord Foom.
Nějaká historie.
The final harvest begins. Dead worlds screaming across space. We must go. Now.
Tak co?
Someone needs to take a
Co si
stand
bude
against
myslet
the church.
Lady?
We could really use some help.
You pay one debt, then create another.
No, though I can kind of see
Enough.
that-
I will gather my forces.
All right, let's go.
Tak to vyšlo. Bude lítat na drakovi. Zpátky na lodi.
The noble Lady Hellbender shall fight alongside us this day. After we bested Foom the Invincible.
We found Drax's peanut butter and chocolate.
We are on the path to destiny, my friends.
I still can't believe we did it. We did do it, right?
We sure did, and we got Mantis back.
Ty si budou rozumět.
But we lost Warlock. We'll need him to exercise the Magus once we shut down that ritual.
So we bust him out of cult prison. I've done jailbreaks before, we all have.
We still tracking him?
Prostě dostaneme z vězení.
Oh yeah.
Žádný problém.
That thing ain't coming out easy.
Good. Then all we gotta do is get there on time and hope Lady Hellbender does too.
She will. I'm certain of it.
All right. Let's gear up, people. Tie up any loose ends. Take a pee if you have to, because we're not stopping again.
Hey, Quill. Let me borrow your tools.
Cože?
Why?
Co chce co
I
si
need
chce
to
půjčit?
focus. Come on.
Do not drop that.
Bude poslouchat muziku? Nebo nám dá nový soundtrack? Uvidíme.
Mantis? What happened on the Mantis after we left? Last time we saw you, things looked dire.
It's a long story. We can talk about it after you do like Star Guy says and use the bathroom.
I don't need to.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you in church Grandpa makes you do faith crunches.
Wait.
Cože?
Raker's gonna do what?
It depends. But at some point, someone says my name, and then there's a little bit of pee.
Great. I did not want to know that.
Oh yeah, little fuzzy. Maybe the little bit of pee is you.
Nope.
Sakra, to byla hodně divná konverzace. Asi nejdivnější.
Aw, she says thank you for getting rid of Aiden Warsock. Apparently she likes me better.
To bylo pravda.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, him. She thinks I'm bleats. It translates weird.
Mantis! I've got so many questions.
I know, and I've got so many answers. Like, seize the means of production. Or, it's not just a rash. Or, yes, it is gluten-free.
Not the answers I was
Bez
looking
glutenu.
for, but I'm wondering about the questions.
What questions?
Tak na co se můžu zeptat? Na Lamentis? Co se tam stalo? Páně.
What happened on Lamentis after we left? You said some people would survive, but that doesn't fare super well for the others.
Many of the elders died. They didn't resist the invasion, but they would never accept the promise. It isn't their way.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Their sacrifice bought time for me and the Kotati to hide most of the others. They will emerge when the galaxy is saved.
So you were able to hide them in the caves. Hope you told them to stay away from the fog.
Asi neřekla. Doufám, že je varovala o té mlze.
How did you convince
Jo.
Lady Hellbender to
Jak
meet us
se
at
Lady
Map
dostala za
before?
náma?
You weren't even with us when we decided to go.
Actually, convincing her to go after you wasn't hard at all. But convincing her to hear you out, whew, that was tough. I had to get all creepy mystical and spook her with warnings about what would happen otherwise.
You told her about the end of the universe, and she believed you?
Oh, no, not at first. But when I brought up all her precious monsters dying, she came around.
Jasně, no.
Couldn't take that chance with her babies, you know?
Well, I'm glad to have you with us.
Oh, good, because you're not always glad.
Why not?
Well, sometimes I'm your ex-wife.
Cože? Bývalá manželka?
On your leg, Quill.
It only ever happens the one time, but it's so funny.
Jednou. A pokaždý musí stát.
Hey, Rocket. Working on something?
I'm always working on something.
Je, co dělá s tím
You not
přehrávačem?
listening to my tunes?
No, you turned the music on.
Then can I have my player back?
Why? You already got music playing.
Right. So you don't need the player to focus anymore.
You might turn it off.
Yeah, but
What part of I need to focus don't you get, Quill?
what do you need to focus on so badly anyway?
Something that might give us a way to get through the Armada around Sacrosanct. Just in case Lady Skullsuit doesn't show up in time.
Nice. What is it?
You'll see.
Žijeme muziku k tomu, abychom s nima fajtili. To bude dobrý. To se mi líbí. Přesně takovou podobnou konívku jsme měli doma.
Good thinking. Get the watering sorted out before we go.
He'd look so sad, swishing around in his robes.
What'd he say?
Groot wants to water the Grand
Cože?
Unifier.
Bude zanívat Riker.
The soaked unifier?
The Grand Humidity.
Jak mu nerozumí nikdo. Kromě těch dvou.
So, how was it riding along with Lady Hellbender? Did she have you try on battle armor?
Oh, no. She's very respectful of other women's bodily autonomy. We just talked. She asked about you.
Really?
She wanted to know if you'd give her your bomb recipe.
Cože?
Groot praised your skills at length in captivity.
Co recept na bomby od
You don't
Rocketa.
gotta apologize, bud. Look, she can get my bomb recipe if she pays for it.
No se chci vydělat, ano. Jak se pomluvíme s Draxem?
Gamora Zenhubri, you wish to practice hand-to-hand techniques.
It's still weird when you say my actual name.
I am getting used to it.
We've come a long way since Murderous Sorceress.
Jo, je divný, když jí prostě říká Gamora.
My first mission with the team?
Yes. At first I believed you had bewitched Peter Quill. I could see no other reason he would hire an assassin for a protection contract.
Really? No other reason than magic?
You could also have seduced him. He lacks mental fortitude in the presence of women.
True. If I remember right, he spent most of that protection contract flirting with the waitresses.
Tomu bych věřil, že ho takhle přesvědčila.
Now that's a knife.
It is indeed a spectacular blade.
Co mi o ně povíš, Draxi?
Drax, hey, I was just...
There is no need to explain yourself, Peter Quill. Unlike the rodent, I do not mind when others are curious about my things.
It's a really cool blade.
With an equally impressive history.
You recognize it?
It belonged to Zatar the Unfinished, a great Catathian warrior king who led the first pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Wait, so you're saying this is basically Excalibur?
I am unfamiliar with such a weapon.
It's a mythical
Tomu někdy
sword
povíme o
belonging to the
Excaliburu.
famous Earth King.
Then yes, I suppose you could say this is the Excalibur of my people. It is a symbol of a king and the great hunt he inspired for those seeking to regain a place in Ultath.
Tak co se dozvím o tom velkém lovu?
So, this great hunt thing seems like a bigger deal than I thought. Did we mess it up for everyone by capturing Fin Fang Foom?
What do you mean?
Well, its purpose is to regain entry into Catathian heaven and stuff, and now
Je,
there's
když
no
tam nebude
Foom
Foom, co
to,
budou dělat?
you know, send you there.
Peter Quill.
A
There are
mají to
many
pořešený, je
paths
to
to
dobrý.
Ultath. The pilgrimage to Maklu 4 is but one of them.
Right.
When Thanos murdered my family and destroyed my village, twice I chose the path of revenge. First I raised a small army of
A měl armádu.
warriors. Even outnumbered, we cut our way through the Chitauri line and challenged Thanos himself.
Wait. On Katath, you faced Thanos twice during the Galactic War?
Yes.
Dvakrát proti
I was not
Thanosovi.
strong enough the first time.
Strong enough to survive?
Thanos allowed me and a few others to live, to set an example. Defeated and humiliated, the surviving members of my squad chose to make the pilgrimage to Maklu 4,
Aha, sakra.
but I could not. I continued
Takže Thanos je porazil a nechal je žít.
until you helped me put the ghosts of Hovat and Kamaria to rest.
To be fair, I had a lot of help.
And yet you have given me a new purpose, Peter Quill. Seems my destiny was not in the mountains of Kakarantara after all, but here, on this ship, with you.
Tak co o tom Excaliburu?
Zatar sounds like a hero of yours.
King Zatar. And he is. Every Katathian warrior knows the story of his pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Why is he called Zatar the Unfinished then?
The history of my people.
Jo, proč se jmenuje Zatar
Rival King
nedokončený?
attacked Zatar's lands, easily overwhelming his forces. Captured and broken, Zatar challenged the rival king to a fight to the death, but the conqueror refused, banishing him to a life of dishonor and disgrace instead. So King Zatar went to Maklu 4 to challenge the mighty Fin Fang Foom and change his destiny.
A to se mu nepodařilo.
That's depressing.
How is it depressing?
Because he obviously failed. Fin Fang Foom's still alive and kicking, mostly.
He did not fail, Peter Quill. King Zatar did not vanquish Fin Fang Foom, it is true. But he did redeem himself in the eyes of his people.
By dying? Not exactly a happy ending.
Umřel nebo neumřel teda na té
By
planetě?
never giving up.
Protože se nevzdal.
A warrior only truly dies when he stops living. King Zatar proved that our stories, the records of who we were in life, are ours to shape. He could have died a coward who lost his place in Ultath, or
Ale umřel jako
do
hrdina.
what I and many of my people believe he did. Change the ending of his story.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us now. I can't guarantee where our path will take us, but hopefully somewhere with lots of money and comfort.
I do not have a doubt in my heart, Peter Quill, that we will have moderate success.
I'll accept moderate.
Aspoň nějaký úspěch. Obraz rodiny?
Nice move there, Drax.
If I put my weight on my left foot, I have much better control over my right hook.
People always underestimate proper footing technique.
Focusing on
Tak
the
se
upper
pojďme
body
podívat
alone
jak
is the
spárujou.
mark of an amateur.
Exactly. Weight distribution is crucial, especially with melee weapons.
Peter Quill, spar with me.
Ne?
I think I'll pass.
Nebudem s ním
Drax.
spárovat?
Don't want to get tired before the real fight.
Tired, but this is the warm-up.
Not a bad idea. We don't know what's gonna happen when we get out of hyperspace. What if we get ambushed?
That's what guns are for.
Guns.
Nemají rádi
I
zbraně.
think I preferred when you two didn't get along.
Green team, zelený tým.
Bet those moves are really going to impress Lady Hellbender.
I do not need to impress her. Besting the great Fin Fang Foom is proof enough of my combat skills.
Yeah, that would do it.
I'm not sure Lady Hellbender was really impressed with how we handled that fight. You know, since we accidentally killed that dragon before Groot revived him.
Would you not be impressed by a man slaying a dragon?
Maybe if he does it without my help.
Pravda, že Gamora byla důležitá
Breaker's
součást
going
týmu.
down this time, Gamora. I promise you.
And I promise you, I'm getting Nikki out of there, no matter what.
We will get her out.
Together.
Together.
You're overwatering, Sir Groot.
Yeah, leave him alone. I tinker when I'm stressed. Group water, Gamora meditate, etc.
When I'm stressed, I concentrate real hard, and sometimes I can see the birth of the universe.
Cože?
First, there's only one reality.
Může
And
vidět
then, bam.
vznik z vesmíru.
That's kind of cool.
Nová kytka?
Oh, cute. That's from Maclu, right? Better not make toxic spores like those big ones in the forest.
To bychom nechtěli. Spory na lodi, to by bylo hodně špatný.
In retrospect, our team was eclectic on that first mission.
That's an understatement.
Tak pojedeme za Rikerem, to vypadá.
One who knew what he was doing, and he did it in the most chaotic way possible.
What did he do with the detonation charges he found in the ventilation system?
If he hasn't used them yet, they'll probably be in a secret stash.
So the rodent does have a stash after all.
Určitě. Někde něco má
Here
skovaný.
goes
Rocket.
nothing. No, scratch that. Here go the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Tak jo.
I'm gonna barf.
Jak to bude vypadat po příletu?
And we're back. Deja vu.
Přesně tak, deja vu.
Is it just me or that fleet looks twice as big now?
Wrong. It's at least thrice as big.
That's the biggest I've ever seen it.
What now?
Kill the lights, kill the engines, and wait for Lady Hellbender to show up.
Tak schválně jestli přiletí nebo ne.
We're sure she's coming, right?
She is a woman of honor, a queen. She promised to gather her forces.
And how long is that gonna take?
Too long.
No. We can't be too late. We gotta save the galaxy and Nikki. One way or another, we need to get in there and shut down that ritual.
We can't take on a fleet that big.
Cože? Cože? Rocky, to co děláš?
We need to get into Sacrosanct to disrupt the ritual, right? We all know we get killed out here. So, I'm gonna make a really loud distraction.
My tunes!
Yeah, I rigged it to blast your scuddy music across all channels. While the church is out looking for the source...
We cut the engines and we flow silently right past them to board the Sacrosanct. Smart.
Seriously?
Budeme muset obětovat ale ten přehrávač, sakra.
Fine. But we're getting it back as soon as we win.
Pokud to nezničí.
Now get back in here.
Jedem.
All right, let's find a place to park.
Look at those boys. Your deception is working.
Don't sound so surprised.
We are so gonna get my music back once this is all
Tak jo.
done.
Kde můžeme přistát?
Sorry, Quill. Chances are they're gonna blast it to pieces once they pin it down.
Let's make sure this sacrifice counts.
Can we not call it that?
Ještě, že nemají okna na těch lodích a nekoukají ven. Ale měli by to jako registrovat jako prostě alespoň jako kus skály, což jo.
Why are we whispering anyways?
Dobrý, nějaký tady bordel je, tak OK.
I know they're out there, but they can't hear us through the ship's hull.
And you're still whispering?
Because I don't want to be the one to flark it up if they can hear through it. But they can't.
OK.
If they could hear us.
Všichni šeptejte. Ať nás neslyší. Tak jo.
What? Morgoth's breath. Whoa!
Yes! Lady Hellbender has arrived!
Cože, on je prostě venku.
Guardians of the Galaxy, stop hiding! The monster lords of Seknarf 9 hunger for battle.
We're not hiding,
We are sneaking.
because we need to get into Sacrosanct alive.
Then we will slaughter as many as we can out here while you
Zajímavý plán.
fight your way in. Eat, my children! Crack open their shells and feast upon the sweet meats inside!
Ona fakt má flotilu.
This is so metal. All right, people, let's take advantage of the nice lady's murdering spree. We're busting into Sacrosanct.
That landing base our way in, but there's still a lot of pain between here and there.
Maybe we can
Ah.
go past them.
Risky. Brute says it's maybe better not to get caught up shooting.
Máme doletět tam, OK.
Spaceships, monsters, maybe the entire galaxy at stake.
We got this, Peter! Or we die trying!
Got a piece of that guy.
I think you're finally figuring out how to fly her as well.
Já už jsem přišla na to, jak ovládat tu loď.
Piloting ordinarily elicits. Direct hit.
Hurry up, Peter! The real fun's gonna
Crap, that's a lot of turrets.
Kill them or dodge them. We gotta get
Tam
through
skoro
this.
jsme.
Fire! Try not to get shot.
Flying, this sucks.
Jsme skrz. Nová venkovní zbroj, super.
Sure you could fly her?
Yes! Sometimes.
Hang on, maybe you should.
To arms! The enemy approaches!
Tak jo, jsme vevnitř. Uvidíme, jak se nám bude dařit. Mega ability. Mega schopnost pro Groota. Takže teď můžeme udělat... může oživovat, super. Super, máme další život prakticky. Tak jo. Dostali jsme se dovnitř, uvidíme, jak to půjde příště. Tak na viděnou příště.